Hey guys, how are you? I'm coming in with your reading today. Now, this is actually going to be posted on Friday, and it is being drawn on Friday. You will notice that there is the full moon reading. Now, I did that reading in the evening, last night actually, because I wanted you to step into today's energy with just a different type of energy. But then later on in the day, of course, I go and I do my readings. And I think it's important that I share this reading because there's something amazing happening with the collective right now. Okay. So I did this is a really long reading. All right. So the first card that comes into the reading is the moon. Wow. And it's a full moon. Go figure, right? But so now I did this in rows. So a total of 6, 12, 18 cards in rows, and then many other decks, right? So in this moon, I get, obviously the moon, it brings in, we always say with the moon, it brings in a lot of emotions, right? So the ups and the downs and the emotions of people. Something is scratching over here. So, the moon brings in the highs and the lows, right? And even ideas and creations, right? So it's this one here, it says that, like, maybe there's some delays, ups and downs. You may be deceiving yourself or others, right? And then right behind it, you get this happy home. So I kind of get this immediate impression, but the happy home is like good things, party, celebration. So this 10 of Cups, okay, is a great card. A 10 of Cups is a beautiful card. It's full. This happy home is complete. They have all 10 cups in place. Therefore, they're able to make this full rainbow, and all of their cups are full. The happy home, who is in your happy home? And this picture does dictate like two children playing and a couple. Your home is different. Everybody's home is different, right? Okay. And we keep it going a little bit further. And this is where I say there's something going on with us as a collective, because short journey, movement to or near or water has been popping up for a while. So I'm getting a lot, and it didn't just pop up once, it popped up in multiple cards in this spread. So either some of you are trying to move, vacation, or seek work someplace else. This is what I'm getting. You're trying to start a lot of your life someplace else, just from the first 3 cards. With your feelings of, you may be deceiving yourself or others. Okay, let's talk about that for a minute. You have your plans, and you have to make sure that everything in your plan is going to properly work out. But with this whole thing is telling me what your plans are about. This tells me everything here. This tells me what your moods are about, why your moods are fluctuating. You have this plan, you want to do something. I'm getting a really, 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 really strong sensation that you want to travel. You want to go somewhere. You've been planning this. You've been thinking about this. And that's why it gives you this moon card, because it gives you different feelings. Like you're anxious, you're ambitious, you're ready to go, but then you're scared. And there's all these emotions that come with this travel. Let's face it, even just getting on a plane or a boat or a train or in a car can cause somebody to have some type of sense of fear, right? You're traveling, and you have your life in somebody else's hands sometimes, most of the time, right? So that would cause fear right there. So that's why I say you get like a sense of like fear. You have a sense of everything. With the moon, your moods are just all over. So that's the first card that comes in. And this is for today's reading. Now, that's not to say that you're like an unbalanced person today. It's just to say that like your thoughts, your ideas, they're everywhere. You're doing a lot. And I see this in the reading, but it's a good reading. Okay. So now we go to the next cup. Wow. The next card, it's 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups just showed up in the last reading. There is some type of celebration going to happen. There will be a celebration in this reading. It does dictate 3 people in particular. It doesn't have to be 3 people. It doesn't have to be 3 females. But it just so happens in my life, it is 3 people that when, day comes, when we are finding ourselves celebrating, it will be 3. And underneath the celebration, there's also a death. So there's an ending. With the 10 of Swords, you are ending out something, celebrating something else, and then right underneath it, there is the Ace of Pentacles. So your divine wish, whatever it is that you have been thinking, planning, wishing for has been granted. Okay, so your divine wish is being granted. Okay, and it also says, like, if it was money, happens to be, it does specify like money is coming in your way. If money was your wish. Next card, 10 of Pentacles, money coming your way. So now we leave off with the divine wish, more money coming your way, and then the 10 of Pentacles, money contentment, signing of a money agreement. Okay. Now, signing of a money agreement, again, I say all the time, could be signing of a new lease, signing of a car, signing of anything. But the idea is that you have the money to do it, right? With the 10 of Pentacles, it shows that you have the ability, you have the assets, and you are signing your name on a dotted line to something. With this travel over, this travel keeps popping up, and I'm going to, let's go into the reading. This is a crazy reading because out of this entire reading, out of all of the cards that could pop up, the only major arcana that came up was the Queen of Swords. That's you. Whether you're a man or a female, you are working through your more aggressive, abrasive energy in order to get things done. This is the only major arcana that popped up out of 18 cards. This tells me you're moving through your sword energy, you're cutting through shit like, And so, yeah, on that note, the next, okay, so, right, so now we move along, and I told you, so the 10 of Pentacles comes up into your reading. So this tells me that, yes, something really good is going to come your way. And then with the 6 of Cups, this childhood memories, happy home, I get this sense of like you're creating. So creating, building, making, maybe this is your overall, dream to buy a home even, relive some of your childhood memories, like maybe visit where you were once living as a child with travel overland. Maybe you want to kind of go back and visit, or maybe visit new places, but there's something about your childhood memories that really has you hanging on, because it comes in right behind, with the Queen in the next row right behind. So you're holding on to those childhood memories. This is you, and this is kind of like how you feel life should be. Right underneath here, so with this 10 of Pentacles and then your childhood memories, you have Justice that comes in. So the balance, there is balance to the situation. It does balance out. And so what you have to think about this in your own personal life, wherever the imbalance has been, it will be balanced, right? So that's what Justice brings into our life. It brings in the balance. If anybody has oppressed you, if there's somebody who is not doing, if they've just been trying to drag you down, whatever it is, like, so the balance will be balanced. Okay. That's moving forward. Now we go to this Page of Pentacles. Now these are the only other, and they're not major, they're just regular cards. The Page of Pentacles is a young woman to 25 years, student, male or female. So now I kind of, because of a lot of this whole reading is like, hop a home, hop a home. I am getting a big sense of family. Okay. So I get that this page could be your own child. Right behind that page comes another page. So either it's a child of yours or it's a family member of yours. And there are 2 of them. That doesn't specify whether it's a female or a male. With the pages, they always say it's a young female. But you have to remember, it's never a gender. Especially in today's world, right? So you never really place a gender to any of these. So this one is a young woman to 25 years with basic good news. So she brings in good news. So one of these pages is just here, and the page of Pentacles is more of a student. So she's more of an earthbound student. She's or he is really into it's the best way to describe this character. They like to work outdoors. They're outdoorsy. They like to be around, anything outside. They like to have their feet in the soil. Okay, as you look, let's look at the picture so I can help myself to explain her a little bit better. So this person likes to have their feet in the soil. They like to run around. They can be outdoors, and they're pretty, I would say, resilient and independent. not to say that they're smart enough to make all these decisions by themselves, but they're pretty independent, okay? Where you have this page right here, right? This page is a different type of page, and you can see them just by their characters in the picture. This one is a very happy one. This one just is like very cheerful, brings in good news. So this one has something very good to offer you, where as opposed this page, I feel like is your child and is like just living its life and grounded around you, because this page actually does come up above you. So I do feel like above you as the Queen of Swords, I do feel like that's your actual child. So not to say that you can't have more than one child and this page cannot be your child too, but I'm getting a big sense of this is a reading of you and possibly your children or people within your family close to you, right? Okay, so now this page, other page comes in, she brings you good news. Now, in this current situation, you are maybe standing in Two of Pentacles. Maybe you're juggling with your money, right? So the Two of Pentacles, literally money, confusion, juggling two situations or ideas, right? So this is where I get back the idea of like possibly you're thinking of, should I go to this job? Should I go to that job? Now, mind you, I am getting this big sensation of the job is not where you live. I am feeling this strongly because there are many cards to back this up. Whatever it is that you want to do, it's not close to home, okay? You are seeking something that means that you will have to leave your home. You're leaving the uncomfortable, because let me get into the third row. Here we go on the third row, right? So we start out with the short journey, movement to or near water, right? And that was the beginning of the third row. But let's go back to this one. So I told you the Page of Cups, right? So the Page of Cups comes in right underneath the Page of Cups, bringing you in some good news. You have the Sun, the marriage, the happiness, and a bright prospect. So this Page of Cups does bring you, and again, underneath it, the Wheel of Fortune, elevation of money. So this page brings you in a completion of a phase. This could be a completion of a phase in their life. I've said this in another reading and I'm getting it again in this reading. I'm getting the same feeling. Like it could be like a graduation. There's a bright happening. So the Sun brings bright happenings. So there's something about this page that's coming in that's very bright. It's prosperous, right? So it brings when you think of bright happenings in the Sun, you kind of think of like spring, and so what are all the great things that happen in spring? So Easter happens in spring, and people get married in spring, and children graduate from school in spring, and communion is in spring. So there's a lot of things that happen in spring, and confirmation is in spring, right? And Passover. So all these great things are in spring. And so when I think of this card and the Sun and the bright happenings, and to back it up, I get graduation decks. I have to tell you, I pulled from other decks. So to back that up on another deck, which is from one of these Signs of the Times, I get graduation day, leveling up, lessons learned, acquired wisdom. So again, I get either maybe you could be graduating, forget about the child for a second. You could be the one graduating and going on into, into the next level of education. Okay, so we have these three really great cards here. So far, there's not one single card here that is not good. Even the 10 of Swords, that is a death. In order for there to be something new, you have to put something to death. So the death of a situation brings the birth of a new situation. That is great, because right underneath it, remember that Ace of Pentacles comes into your life. Okay, let's keep it going. So the Two of Pentacles, underneath the Two of Pentacles, where you were once balancing two ideas and you kind of like balancing even money, right underneath it, you get the Seven of Cups. All that glitters isn't gold. Look beyond the clouds. And I said this the other day. So when you get Seven of Cups, look beyond the clouds. It kind of is really saying, look, the season is not here yet. You have to wait. Look beyond the clouds. So clouds take time to pass, right? So sometimes the clouds are in the sky here, but the rain hasn't dropped yet, right? It's going to take another 24 hours for that rain to drop. Though the rain cloud is literally sitting over your house, the rain's not going to drop for 24 more hours. So when I get this card, I get time. I get time. I said this in my last card. I get maybe 7 weeks. Maybe 7 weeks, maybe in 7 weeks, you'll have your answer and you'll know, or maybe in 7 weeks is the end of this cycle. And then, there you go. Like it just pops up right out of the clouds, whatever it is that you're seeking, because right underneath that, the Magician, the element of a surprise, good or bad, comes in. So there's your surprise. It comes out of the clouds. Okay. So whatever it is that you've been working on and working towards, it's there. It's just right on the horizon. You have to just be patient. It's kind of like literally just a few more days away. You know, maybe you're searching and you're looking, it's there. Okay, let me keep going. So then I pulled from a few other decks, right? So from Wisdom, the Wisdom of the Oracle, this is telling me because you've been working through so much of your queen energy, which is really aggressive, abrasive, strong, hard, demanding. I'm not saying that you don't need this energy for this type of achievement. This is a big achievement. This is a big accomplishment. I mean, you're surveilling your land. You're traveling overland. You are the queen. You are the only person in this reading. I don't even see anybody else around you. I just see you and possibly child, okay? So yes, you are going to need to be very strong for this. So that's not to say you should come out of your strong queen energy, but it is telling you yin and yang came out. It's telling you need balance. So maybe at certain times of the day, you know, you have to be more aggressive and abrasive, and you have to be stronger and demanding. Maybe at your job, maybe your job requires you to be more authoritative, but when you come home, maybe you can take your shoes off and let your hair down and relax a little bit. So this tells me to tell you to balance it out. Remember to find the balance of the yin and the yang in you. Okay, happy, happy, happy is all about you being happy within the now, learning how to be happy within the now, but there is something else to be happy about. There is a celebration. Remember, she's got balloons behind her, and the Three of Cups is coming into your reading with a happy, bright celebration. Also with the Sun, bright happenings. So this tells me, this confirms that there is going to be a celebration. Again, it could be, where's the graduation card? It could be graduation. It could be your graduation. But whatever it is, it's a level up with the graduation card coming in. Okay, come to the edge is literally telling me, come to the edge of your life. Come to the edge of your life. Find that, you know, make that move to water. Travel overland. Take that journey. Travel overland. You know, take that journey and come to the edge of your life. Learn to look beyond the clouds and just, you know, just take the leap, okay? I also get that you are getting a leg up, so I do get that, you know, your divine wish is being granted with the leg up. Like I said, this may not be, I tell people a lot about this, it could be permanent leg up, it could be a temporary leg up. Remember, mama bear can only carry baby bear for so long. So the leg up is like, hey, I'm gonna help you out. It could be permanent help, you know, it could, whatever it is, it's gonna help you. I'll just put it for that, okay? You are blessed in everything that you do, and you are literally in the serendipity of your life. So everything that you've been doing and up until now, you've been in the serendipity. So this is why I really wanted to make sure I got this message out today. You have been living in the serendipity of your life. And if you do not follow through with what you are being called to do, you're going to step out of the serendipity of your life. This once in a lifetime opportunity, as I stated it, as spirit just brought it to my mouth, will only come once in a lifetime. You must step into yourself, your brightest, highest self. Okay. Also with the fates, this is real, the fates and the serendipity, like this is your fate. You have to do this. Sometimes you are dealing with your own chaos and conflict within yourself. Like, should I, what should I do? Should I, what should I do? Remember, you are your own worst enemy. You put the negative doubts into your head. You place that fear into your head. If you don't put it there, it won't be there. This is your fate. Step into your fate. Okay. So then when I pulled from past life energy, I get that this is karmic, third parties, haters, lessons learned. So whatever, something about this situation, this was a little bit karmic for some people. There were some haters involved in your life, and maybe there were some people that didn't want to see you rise, you know, whether it be boyfriend, girlfriend, friends that are now foes, right? So this was something karmic, like maybe ancestral. So when I pull from past life, the past life deck, right, that tells me about, and I always like to presume and assume that she's going to give me something that's going to overall give me the energy of this reading. And the overall energy of this reading is whatever you're doing right now, you've done this before, and maybe you have not made the proper decisions in the past. This is karmic. You need to be mindful for your decisions. You are also in a lucky break. You are in good fortune. Good things come to, you're in a turning point. Okay, so I love that this little floor leaf clover came out as we are approaching spring for you in this reading. I think this is very lucky, and that's why I'm sharing this reading with you. So those of you who are on my channel, and who follow me, this is a collective reading. Like, this is for you. I know who follows the channel. I know who watches the readings. I know who my subscribers are, and I know the energy that you're carrying. And so you may have been working steadily on something, and it's finally coming through, and you're getting your lucky break. But remember, I said, like, this is a break. It's just a break. And then we go back to straight and the way things were. So you have to learn to, with like the fork in the road yesterday, maybe you have to make that turn. Okay. Letting go of control comes up from intuitive whispers. So intuitive whispers, I want you to think of like your spirit guides, like the intuitive whispers. They kind of like whisper to you, but you don't really hear, but they are really whispering to you. Let go. Let go of having the control. You don't need the control. Give the control over to your highest power. Your highest power is going to do what's right for you in the situation. Your highest power has the best intentions for all parties involved at all times. And so you have to let go of the overall outcome, the rigid outcome that you have in your mind. Just go with the flow. If one of these things don't come out the way you want them to, will that mean that you're going to ultimately give up your plan? If one of these divine wishes that don't come through on time, before the time that you're seeking, does that mean that you're going to stop? No, it doesn't. You can't. You're a chosen one. You have to keep going. Okay, this also tells me that you have old patterns from the intuitive whispers is telling me you have old patterns. Release those old patterns because it's time to forge new ones. So a lot of things, and a lot of us, and I'm going to say it, I'm very transparent. A lot of us have some old patterns, habits, and behaviors that probably could be cut out of our life. And you wouldn't, we wouldn't feel the difference. It's just a pattern. It's a habit. It's part of like the things we do. It's kind of like when you wake up in the morning, you drink a cup of coffee, and then you do, you drive down a certain block maybe, and then maybe you go to a certain store. So that's a pattern, right? And so with those patterns, not all of them are good. And we're being told to release some of these patterns. I know my patterns. I know the ones that don't serve me. I know the ones that need to let go. I'm sure you know yours as well, right? Okay. And vulnerability is power. Now, who would have figured being vulnerable is power? Do you know why being vulnerable is power? I'm going to tell you right now. You are underestimated. See, people think that you're vulnerable, right? So they think that you're just this cute little tiger, just a baby tiger. You're just so cute. You're just so cute, right? But don't piss the tiger off. Don't piss the tiger off because that cute tiger is going to bite your head off. Okay, so vulnerability is power. All right. So I feel like you're just so cute, and people just really have misled you because they think that you're just this vulnerable person. Go ahead. Let them poke you. Poke you once, poke you twice. See if they still have a hand. Okay. So vulnerability is power. Rebound. Okay. Rebound. Temptation, unpredictable. Okay, so but to me, I don't like the message in rebound, but rebound tells me you're in a rebound. I don't like the overall message in these cards. I find these cards very shady. I said this before. Unless you like this type of cards. This is what's the news. I don't like what's the news. It's very, very like trashy type of readings, but I just sometimes like to see what it's going to give me, being that it is so trashy, So it tells me like this is a rebound. Now you could be coming out of a relationship and it could be a rebound, or it could be a rebound of your life. Like again, with the level up, like rebound, new match. Here we go. You know what I mean? So I get more like this is the rebound of your life. I don't see any broken hearts. I don't see any love relationships here. I don't see anybody just stepping all over you. I see you progressing, and I see you moving forward into your life and stepping into your harmony. Okay, but actually they came out like this. So when I pulled for the moon, when I pulled for the moon, the first card that came out, which I'm not surprised, was energy. Right? And so energy was the first card that came out in the moon. And so that's like your energy, the people's energy around you, affecting energy. If your power line is down, well, then I can't get my power out to the next person. And so everybody's energy kind of has to be at the same frequency in order for everybody to get, to get electricity. And so I also get a lot of like, you are the energy. With this also, this crystal, I forget which, labradorite. So with this crystal labradorite here, labradorite is like a traveler's crystal. And you know, it's crazy because you got a lot of traveling cards in this reading. And then you got the traveler's crystal, which is telling, I mean, if you don't know about crystals, but it's about achievements. So the achievements throughout the travels and the journeys of your life and everything that you've overcome. So yeah, you know, you got the traveler's crystal on top of the idea of traveling, just saying. Okay, so then focus bullseye is telling you to stay focused, you know, keep your eye on the prize. Again, don't let fear or any type of negativity release the control, the idea, release the idea of having to keep all the control. Okay, release some of your old patterns. Okay, release these old patterns. Stay focused on the challenge at hand. Stay focused on what you're working on, your journey, your ultimate goal, right? Keep your boundaries up. This means don't let anybody get in your way. So these are the people that are going to try to tell you, no, you can't do it. No, you shouldn't do it. Oh, it would be a waste of time. You want to go back to school? You want to further your education? I don't think you should. You could probably get another job just to get paid. But if that's your passion, go back to school. If you want to be a doctor, go back to school. Like, you got to stop letting people talk you out of things. And this is where we need to keep our boundaries up, because people do not necessarily wish you well. With one of these, well, there was one card and I wasn't going to give it. I wasn't going to show, but there is a snake in your reading. Someone, a sneaky link came out, right? So sneaky link. So there is obviously going to be a sneaky link. There's always going to be somebody who would love to drag you down. I know who the sneaky link is in my life. I'm sure you know who it is in yours. So keep those boundaries up. Do not listen to them. Do not listen to anybody that doesn't wish you well. Seriously. Unless like they're actually talking some type of real sense. But like, even then, I don't know. I don't trust people's intentions. I just don't. Okay, and so at the end of the day, this all really does give you peace and harmony. So basically, I want to tell you that this is a great overall reading. Everything that you have been working for is coming to you. Everything that you have been steadily focused on, I see a bright celebration coming. I see a journey coming your way. I see possible movement of location or work, okay, or vacation. But I do see travel. Like, I literally see people moving. I see many enlightened peoples possibly moving this year. And I do see, again, the leveling up. So I do see a lot, obviously, with spring coming, the graduation, and then the graduation card did come up. So I do see graduation. Remember, in this reading, this, again, my energy is always very hyper and very excited. I'm a very excited person. And the only time you will catch my energy lower and calmer is at the end of the night. I wake up like this. I go to bed like this. If I wanted to change it, I probably couldn't. Okay. So I'm grateful and thankful to always have this energy, because it pushes me through my days, where some people are more laid back and mellow. Those people really can't handle me, because I'm too hyper for them until they get to know me. Then they're like, I can't stand you. I love you. But yeah, so just remember, there's like some type of graduation possibly coming up, especially with, you know, June right around the corner. 'Tis the season, and literally, no lie, 'tis the season for all sorts of graduations in every type. I hope this reading was helpful for you guys. And, you know, just be mindful, you know, it is just a general reading. Don't try to make the story fit. If it doesn't fit, you know, let it go. Maybe pass it on to somebody who you think it would fit. If it does fit, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel. Yeah, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Okay, now, bye-bye.